Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Ben. Welcome back to the channel. Now we are in the backyard cooking up on the NOMAD grill and smoker today. This time doing some poor man's burn ends. They're gonna be easy, simple, delicious, and it's gonna put the smoking functionality of the NOMAD to the test. Once we wrap up too, I'm also gonna run you through the cleanup. We'll do a shake test on it with some of the charcoal remnants in there, see how messy things get. All right, so first things first, we've gotta get some charcoal going. We're gonna do it again right in the NOMAD, just like last time. Go ahead and open that guy up, move the grate over here. I've got my chimney. Got some kindling and a little fire cube that I'm just gonna put right in the box down here. Just like that. And of course, we got our NOMAD charcoal briquettes. It's gonna be a bit of a low and slow cook here today. So I'm gonna start out with 4 of the briquettes getting warm. We'll probably put the 2 extras in the firebox and let those get hot as things cook. There we go. And most importantly, while we wait for that charcoal to get nice and white hot, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a beer. All right now, so poor man's or lazy burn ends here. We're using a chuck roast instead of a brisket point. It's easier to get, it's cheaper, and it's gonna turn out pretty decent. It's no brisket, I'll tell you that, but we'll make do with what we've got. So what we're gonna wanna do here then is just cube this up into nice little burn end size pieces. We'll use some yellow mustard as our binder, and then we're just going in straight with the barbecue rub from Killer Hogs. Somewhere around an inch and a half is probably a good sweet spot here to aim for. There's no real right or wrong. Now I will tell you, the colder this chuck is, the easier it's gonna be for you to cube out. Stick it in the freezer for 5 minutes if you want to. So we've got our cubes. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and liberally apply some yellow mustard. If you've never used mustard as a binder before, you're not gonna taste it at all. It truly is just a binder. Get everything nice and coated there. We want all sides. We'll toss these a couple of times, make sure they're well coated. I'm only using one hand so that I can keep this one clean, because as soon as we've got things coated up, we want to come in with our Killer Hogs barbecue rub. There we go. Super simple, not too sweet. Get those liberally seasoned. Give them all a toss. Come back in, do it again. All right, and just like that. For the rest here, we can sort of just dab it on our cutting board. Get everything nice and coated up there in our rub. So then we're gonna be using this wire basket with some little feet on it just to make sure these get nice, even smoke all around them. We'll give them a little bit of space, but we'll just load up the basket here. Okay, we're gonna fit them all in here. It's gonna be a little tight, but they'll shrink and then it'll be fine. That's good enough for me. We'll wash our hands and let this charcoal finish up here. I'm feeling pretty good about dumping this charcoal here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoot it all towards the vent side, so the air intake is over here. I'm gonna leave that wide open. I'm gonna add in my last 2 briquettes here. Those will get some residual heat going as they light throughout the cook. We can throw our grate on top. All right, we'll go ahead and let things heat up here for a little bit. Air vents open. We want to get to around 250. All right, so we are getting there on temperature and I am impatient. So here's what we're gonna do. I've got a couple chunks of pecan wood here. Those are gonna go right on the grate. Little slow release smoke for us. Wire basket. Look, it fits perfect. You can't get better than that. Indirect heat. We'll rotate this a couple times throughout the cook, and let's just let that bad boy roll for a little bit. All right, we're about 2 hours in at this point. Let's open it up and take a look. Ooh. All right, so these are looking great for 2 hours in. We're gonna hold the temp steady right there at around 250 or so and check back in an hour. Let's take a look here and see where we're at. Holding steady right around 225, 230. Oh, those look gorgeous. Absolutely perfect. So now we just wanna pull them off. We're gonna throw them in a tray here, because you know we're not doing burn ends unless they're glazed, right? Ooh, they feel great. Nice bark all the way around. Now we just want to go in maybe half a stick of butter or so. Yeah, for good measure. There we go. And some hot and smoky barbecue sauce. We'll let that go for another half hour, hour or so. All right, we are losing daylight here. Let's see how things are looking though. Oh, those look absolutely gorgeous. There we have it. Just like that, about 4 hours later, we have some poor man's burn ends. That's a chuck roast cubed up, done on the NOMAD smoker. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely delicious here. Like I said, it's definitely no brisket, but it'll get the job done in a pinch. So after I made my last NOMAD video, a couple of folks left comments asking about the cleanup, saying sometimes when I'm out cooking, I don't have anything I can do with my charcoal. Can I just leave it in here for the trip home? Questions like that. So today, we're gonna think about that. Now the charcoal in here is still hot, so what I would typically do is just close this up and let it cool down. What I haven't seen yet is what happens if I just try to leave it in here and store it. So let's check that out. I've got my spent pecan wood. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. Now, pretending everything is cooled down already, if we go ahead and close it up, lock the latches, now move both of our air vents over here so they're closed, so both the top and bottom vents are fully closed. You can already see here we've got a little charcoal ash that has spilled out over time. Well, I think that's all the proof we need. All of that ash spilled out. Well, as you guys can see, with just a little shake, a whole bunch of charcoal ash came out of this thing. I would not personally recommend transporting your spent or fresh charcoal in this as a container. It's not totally sealed. Probably what I would do if I were you and I had to get charcoal home, let things cool completely, transport it inside of a bag maybe, or scoop the charcoal out into a secondary container that is sealed. What I'll do tonight, and pretty much every time I cook on this, is let things cool completely, get the charcoal out of there, wipe everything down with just a wet paper towel. It's all it really takes, and stow it for next time. So there you go, my very first smoke on the Nomad grill and smoker. I'm pretty impressed. It held heat really well. It stayed at temp. I didn't have to fidget with it. I didn't have to mess with the vents too much. Mostly right now, I'm just excited to dig in. So until next time, get out and explore somewhere.